Former Palmerston North boy Matt Lockwood, who is now based in Auckland, was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis at the age of 8.
My right knee was a little bit swollen, and it all went from there, and then sort of with a few appointments, and 6 months down the road I got diagnosed with rheumatoid, so yeah, it all happened pretty quick really. I had it in my right knee for about 2 years, and then it spread to my left knee, and then sort of 2 years from there spread to both of my ankles. Within sort of 3 years I got it in my fingers and my jaw for probably 3 years again. I guess all of my mates and people at school, they didn't really know what arthritis was. They just didn't really understand, I guess, and probably sometimes thought I was being a bit of a wimp and I can just push through.
He's learnt to manage his condition, but has made many sacrifices.
I played tennis and hockey quite competitively, and got to the point where when PE came, you know, during the day I was just sitting down watching, reading a book or something, so yeah, it was a bit of a tease, a bit of a shame.
Having been diagnosed as a teenager, there was some hope that Anna might grow out of the condition.
When I first saw the rheumatologist, he said, you know, because I've developed it at such a young age, some people who are born or develop juvenile arthritis could possibly grow out of it. And then of course as I got older and I still had it, then it became signs of onset rheumatoid, so I didn't grow out of it. Between the time I was 14 and 17, the disease was quite vicious, I suppose you could say. I had my hip replaced when I was 17, but the year leading up to that was quite hellish in terms of loss of mobility, loss of being able to do anything for myself.
Palmerston North boy Matt Lockwood moved to Auckland to pursue a career in motor racing, and he wasn't about to let his arthritis prevent him from fulfilling his dreams.
I approached Mum and Dad and said, like, I've had to drop, you know, hockey and tennis and every other sport I used to play, and this is one sport I can probably do, so, you know, give me a chance. So twisted Dad's arm, and then Mum came around eventually. I started in stock cars in Palmerston North and sort of progressed from there. I've been through a few classes and won a few national championships.
Every day, Matt works out at his local Auckland gym to keep his fitness levels up.
Exercise for me with arthritis plays a massive part. It's very important that I keep up with it. When I was first diagnosed, I kind of wasn't as good as I should have been, and what happened is my muscles disintegrated, and once they sort of disappear it's really hard to get them back. So probably in the last 4 years with motor racing as well, I've been really good keeping on top of my fitness.
Which has allowed Matt to pursue his dream of becoming a V8 touring car driver.
All of the guys who I'm racing are really fit athletes. They've got no disability, and I suppose I thought, me with arthritis, it would be pretty cool if I can compete with these guys and keep up, if not beat them. It's a different kind of fitness. The mental side of it is huge. You're sitting in a car which is sort of anywhere from 50 to 60 degrees inside the cockpit. 3 layers on and balaclavas and gloves, and your arms get quite sore from steering and changing gears. It is definitely physically demanding.
Okay, stand by to roll.
Matt's determination not to let arthritis hold him back has made him the poster boy for an advertising campaign for Arthritis New Zealand.
But with treatment, AS doesn't need to hold you back.
At 22 years old, Matt's appearance highlights that many young members of the population also live with arthritis.
There is a possibility for me that it could improve and possibly could disappear. Again, it's kind of luck of the draw. I think some people would have it for life and some people it would get better.
Without the benefits of a more modern treatment and a deteriorating condition, Anna had to adjust her life plans.
Up until I was 16, I really thought, you know, I want to be a professional dancer, I want to work in Australia, go overseas, cruise ships, Broadway shows. I was just thinking, yep, that's so what I want to do. You know, having a hip replacement at 17 changed my whole life, gave me back my quality of life, and I wouldn't be here now without it. And at the time it was really hard, but now it's a positive thing. And then my dance teacher who I was under suggested that I did a teaching certificate. And so the year after I had my hip replaced, I studied under her, learnt how to teach and was let loose on her pupils, and I just found I really loved it. So you can have a play when you get them, but make sure you stop when I say stop. Would you like to? The teaching thing became a reality and started my own little classes, and from there it's just growing, and so yeah, that's what I want to do. Love it.
Like Anna, Matt faces many challenges to meet his goals.
I get x-rays done sort of every couple of years, and so far nothing, no permanent damage is sort of visible, so that's a good sign. I guess I've kind of been told if I continue what I'm doing and, you know, do my physio stuff and make sure I take the drugs, I should be fine. So yeah, fingers crossed I won't, but it's sort of luck of the draw, you never know, I suppose.
Medication that I've been on since I was first diagnosed has been chopped and changed, and we've tried different things, varying from steroids to steroid injections to disease-modifying agents to different types of anti-inflammatories. It'll be 3 years in April. I had to have surgery on this wrist. I had a really prominent ulnar head from arthritis damage, and the 2 tendons in these 2 fingers running over the joint snapped. And so I initially went to see the surgeon about the tendons, and he said, well, I'm not going to repair the tendons without doing anything to the joint, because the way the joint is, it's just going to keep happening. For most people, brushing your hair or brushing your teeth are really simple everyday things, but for arthritis sufferers it can be some of the hardest things you have to do. So that some days is really hard for me. Just the weight of the brush and hair just really hurts sometimes. Some days I'm fine, some days I struggle washing my hair. So I'll go to the local hairdressers and say, can you wash and dry my hair for me? And even just my electric toothbrush, just holding it. So I have to be, you know, ambidextrous sometimes and use the other wrist.
Anna is undeterred by her arthritis and continues to pursue her dreams.
I can still stay with the industry that I love, but really focus on passing on what I know and mentoring younger people. And I'm really interested in working with people with disabilities. Having gone back to uni myself now and having to work through a dance degree with what I have, that's something really inspiring to me as well.
Rhiannon is now benefiting from the improvement in arthritis treatment, which were unavailable to Matt and Anna when they were teenagers. Rhiannon will hopefully reduce the damage to her joints through a combination of drugs and physical activity.
Rhiannon's life is pretty full. She does a lot of things. She's a happy child. Rhiannon loves swimming, and that's been such a comfort to know that she can do something physical where she's not going to be hurt, and it's of a huge benefit. Swimming for arthritis sufferers is the best type of exercise, of course, because all their joints are supported.
Rhiannon has come a long way since her initial diagnosis and subsequent treatment, but still faces many challenges.
I didn't really want to get blood tests and injections and things like that. And now seeing it's getting really better, I only have a blood test once 3 months. And mostly when I go to the hospital is when I have a blood test. So after 3 months I go to the hospital when the doctor sends us a note on which day to come. Got a whole lot of blood this time.
Okay. And they're going to take another whole lot next time, but you'll be fine.
Rhiannon's visit today went really well. I'm really pleased that there's no signs of arthritis. All her joints are moving really well. Everything's looking really positive, and I'm also really pleased that we can drop her dosage of methotrexate down, which is a step in the right direction as well.
The arthritis camp promotes remaining active along with continued medical treatment and early detection as the keys to managing juvenile arthritis.
She was quite limited with the disease, so yes, for seeing her back being very, very active is fantastic. Really loves to give everything a go, always has, so this is fantastic to see her go. And the big grin, you've seen her cheesy little smile, it's fantastic. She'll have it in the end, so it'll be fantastic.
If your child does have arthritis, then this isn't a life sentence. It's not going to be anything other than a blip in the way your family life goes on.
If there's a message about children with arthritis, is that just to really listen to what they want to tell you, not to assume that they can do everything or nothing, that they are the ones who know whether they're in pain or whether they can push themselves, you know, as far as possible, on Monday but not on Tuesday. You know, really listen to them and just really respect them for who they are, and that they are they're just strong, brave people.
Rhiannon's mother Mandy sees a bright future for her daughter.
We know that this disease is not going to stop her enjoyment of her life. Her life is going to be different and she'll face a few more challenges, but she's going to be a stronger person for it. She'll be able to do what she wants to do and be the person that she wants to be, I'm sure of it.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.